What's up, peeps? Alright, what's up, peeps? You ready for some price targets? We're having a little morning chill live stream. So look, I'm gonna cover a few previous calls I made. Look, we're not getting emotional here. We're just we're not chasing the trades. We're letting the trades come to us. Had my tea and toast. Alright, so this was a video I put out. This was actually it's quite a few here. So this was May 26th. It is the 29th. Alright, so I'm gonna play a clip of this. Hopefully I don't screw this up. Hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna play a little clip of this right here. I will say that I do think that this inverse head and shoulders is invalidated. And the only reason I say that is because this is our neckline, this is our left shoulder, this is our head, this is our right shoulder. Unless this is some funky mutant inverse head and shoulders where you can have two right shoulders, then maybe it's still validated, but the last I checked, you only have one shoulder on each side. So again, unless there's some kind of new inverse head and shoulders pattern I'm not aware of, that is invalidated. Maybe if we had another shoulder over here, you know, so at least it'd be symmetrical. Alright, so everybody thought we were in inverse head and shoulders. That did not play out. You can see we got topped out right here at 40K. So let me play this next one here. Hold on. So right now we are currently holding support at 38,531, and in a minute I'm gonna come back and we're gonna look at that chart. We're gonna see why 38,531 held support. That's gonna be a very important trend line. And if you do break that, guys, the next point to catch a bounce is 37,641. And don't forget, you know, I did adjust this chart because we were looking at inverse head and shoulders, which I think is invalidated. But you know, to each their own. But your resistance to watch now is right here. Very strong resistance at 40,000. Nice even number too. So you can see right here, I was telling you guys, if we push up, your resistance is 40,000. Now we were in a particular pattern. If we pushed up, it would go higher. But notice where we topped out. Right here at 40,000. Right here. This fib channel line's been here for a while. That was your top. We got rejected. We came down. And if you'll notice, right now, we're not really at support. All we're doing is we're holding support on a trend line, this orange trend line here. So as far as I'm concerned, we're coming down to at least test right down here around 31,695. That goes along with multiple charts. I can show you this now. This is 31,900. That's on par with that. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see what price target this is. All of these targets match. And then we've got a target down here as well. This is around 31,400. So it looks like 31,000, 31,500 is going to be our support. What's up, Buck? Welcome to the chill stream. Yeah, I've never done a stream this early in the morning. Just a few more, I promise, just a few more. So right here, this was 59 minutes and 57 seconds in. Let's listen to the clip of this, all right? Our current support right now, if you were chance long, 38,400. So we're looking for 37,600. All right, I didn't have the mic going on that one. Hold on. But basically, I said, look, I said buy here at 38,500. It held. We pushed up. I said if it breaks, you sell. That did hold. We did push up. That played out perfectly. The next one, let's see. Right here. So let me play a little clip of this real quick. If we end up breaking below this before this orange ring, I think that's when we get a major dump. All right, so that was pretty much everything we covered in the previous live stream. So you can see what happened. We pushed up. We got topped out at 40K, right? Where I told you to buy on this particular chart. I don't even know which one it was, but we did break down. And again, this is where I was talking about that ring right here, the G1 chart. And I said, look, as soon as we break, we're finding support on the daily candles on this red ring. I said, as soon as we break this red ring, that is when we come down. That is how it played out. That's why having fib circles and fib channel charts, you can play these charts like a fiddle. So did you guys watch my last live stream? Did you take my advice? Good morning. Well, thank you, Cheese. So look, I'm telling you right now, all right? Yeah, I think price is ultimately headed. I've got a lot of charts, even this chart right here. Look, I've got 4 charts on the screen right now, and every single one of these charts, your price target is right down around 30,500 to, let's say, 31,800. That is the point. If we come down, you want to buy to catch a quick long. That does not mean if we hit that point, we're going to the moon from there. That would be a point to take a nice scalp trade, a little swing trade. If we break that point, your next support below is going to be right here. Let me find my arrow I like. Right here. And that goes along with right here. And that also goes along with right here. I'm not going to give you the price, guys. For those that are signed up, if you can look at the screen, you can see the price. But yeah, around that area, I think that's where we're headed. But again, I'm telling you, I think we'll come down. We'll test around 31,000 ish. We'll find support temporarily, push back up. Then we'll eventually break it and come down and test around that area. Look at the red ring on the original peak of the bull run. It's my favorite ring right now. Yeah, and we're below this red ring, guys. That's bearish. And again, we're only holding support right now on this trend line. And guys, I always tell you, just draw a damn trend line. Just draw one, see what happens. Notice that this was our resistance right here. Resistance, 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 resistance. Flip that support, support. So if you come back down, where are you going to find support? Right on this trend line, repeatedly. So as soon as we break this trend line, this is probably going to be our target. If that holds, which I'll buy in here to push up, but if it breaks, guys, your next support is right down here. This is my next point to buy. And don't forget, this fib channel has been dead on accurate. This is the one where I was able to catch the bottom. Remember that live stream? I said buy in at 30K. We pushed up. So I'm saying if we come down again, this is a likely point to catch a bounce. But you can see how accurate this was. This is also where I said we top out at 40K. We came down. So if we break this, I know for a fact this is where you catch your next bounce. What is the variance in the charts? Why have multiple charts charting the same pair giving different targets? Interesting to hear your thoughts. So I've told you guys this before. Bitcoin, it's respecting multiple trend lines in multiple directions going back for years. So if I created one chart with all of these different trend lines in different directions, adding fib channels to it and adding fib circles, all you would see would be lines and fib circles. You wouldn't be able to make sense of it. So by creating multiple charts showing you those important trend lines, you're able to go to a particular chart. If you're at a closer support, closer resistance, you load that chart up. So if you're looking for macro targets, you know, if we're coming down right now, you want to have the B1 chart up because this is your next strongest support level. Let's say on this chart, if you're looking for your first resistance level above, you know, if we push up, you know, this is potentially resistance right here, 36,616. If we push up, your next resistance is up here around 39,800. If we drop, your closest support level below is right here around 33,175. So you could catch a quick bounce here, push back up. Your next support level below that is right here at 32,000. That's on par with the other charts. That's what I'm saying. Anywhere between 30,500, 32,000. That's the next point you want to buy for a long. What is the time frame that you are using? And thank you. Well, firstly, you're welcome. And time frame, like when we could hit that target, I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is when we hit that point, that is the point you would want to buy. It could hit it now, it could hit it tomorrow, I do not know. Yes, I need to do some yard work. When I get done with that, since I'm going to be busy through the rest of the week, I will update some charts so you guys will get off my back. I know I've been promising it for a while and I haven't, so I'm going to knock that out because I will be very busy throughout the week. You're talking about this one right here. You're talking about the B1 chart. You got to be specific. You say extend the line. I got a lot of charts. No, that chart saved. Just well, hold on. I need to refresh the chart. When I get done with the stream, I'll refresh the chart. But because you're going to see it just like this now. And I have price labels down here on the actual chart. But if you do want to get access to these charts, guys, again, I'm not giving you all these targets. Like I put a lot of time and effort into these charts. So if you want these targets, you're welcome to sign up. The website's optguardcrypto.com. And I can give you a little, you can see what charts I have available. So this is, as I was saying, A1 through E1, or actually G1. So these are the charts, A1, B1, C1, D1, F1, E1, and G1, this peak of the bull run chart. These are the charts I'm using to trade. This is what I make tweets about. These are archive charts. You can go through and load them up. So the price is still respecting them. And this is where I got Bitcoin dominance, DXY, BTC, I CME futures, a bunch of charts in here. These are for swing trading. So this is what, if you sign up, this is what you get for the Bitcoin. These are all the Bitcoin charts. If you go to altcoins, these altcoin charts I have. Theta, Doge, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Stellar, Neo, Cardano, Chainlink, Tezos, BSV, Comp, VeChain, EOS, Polkadot, OMG, DeFi, Libra, Wi-Fi, Binance Coin. I will be adding Matic and Monero by popular. People want that for some reason. I will tell you this though: if you want to sign up, if you want to get access to Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, and I think there's one other that's out of date. I need to update those. Ethereum, all the other ones pretty much on chart. Dogecoin. So Doge, Bitcoin Cash, and Chainlink needs to be updated. Yes, everybody wants Matic. Matic will be done. But if you do want to access it, guys, you can click on subscribe. This is the link. And I do keep you guys updated on Twitter and Discord. Remember, if you do sign up, make sure that you email me through the contact page. Just click here. My email address is there. Send me an email. If I see that you're signed up, I will send you the invite for the Discord and send you instructions to follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is private, so you have to be subscribed. But so far, guys, these charts have been spot on. All I want to tell you is right now your macro targets, if you push up, if it gets bullish, your next resistance to watch is right here. Potentially 40,800 to get rejected. If we come down, 31,695 to potentially 32,000, looks like where we're headed. And if that breaks, I do suggest you load the B1 chart or the D1 chart, guys, because those are going to be the targets. That would be this chart as well. So, and again, this will be strong resistance up here. A lot of resistance around 39,000 to 40,800, but these targets match. So if we start dropping, if we break 31,900, notice how these are just almost the same number. If that breaks, again, this is where you want to buy for your next support. Right here. No, because I don't use leverage. I don't short. I buy at support, sell at resistance. I would not advise. Look, like I said, we're not really at any support and resistance levels right now. As far as I'm concerned, we're kind of in limbo. We're in no man's land. If you want to scalp trade this, swing trade, sure. But as far as I'm concerned, look, if we come up to, if I was already in and came up to 40,800, I would take my profit. I'm not in right now. If we come down and we test, 31,700, I'll buy to ride it up and then decide where I want to take my profit. Yeah, we can load up a few altcoins. I need to update the price labels anyways. Michael, I will mail my. You can just. I forgot my socks. They're on my nightstand. All right, I'll mail your socks back. All right, Michael. Stop leaving your socks at my house. But I would like to point out something, guys. This is a freebie here. I mentioned this F1 chart. We've been respecting the hell out of this ring. This ring is now resistance. I would like to point out this ring right here, this white ring. And please understand what I'm saying here. These charts, the way I create them, looks like I never deleted this last time I worked on this chart. Hold on. Notice how well price is respecting this white fib circle. So this is going to be a pivot ring. So I think we could get a major move. And keep this in mind, all right? I'm giving you a clue here, so pay attention. If we're going to hold resistance underneath this red ring, right? We're coming up on this white ring soon. So if we're below this red ring, more than likely this is we're respecting this white ring completely. So I expect to get a big move. And the day, if we move sideways, we are, let me figure this out. We are exactly, we're about 2 days from making contact with that ring. So what I'm saying is, even if we push up, even if we push all the way up to 37,470, as long as we're below this red ring and we cross this white ring, I expect us to get a major move. Now that could bring us down to potentially 33,000 or 31,000. That might be when we get the move. If we push above, if we get above this red ring and we cross here, then we might get a pump up to this target here. And we know that's going to be strong resistance. I'll give you that target now. That's potentially 43,000. But do pay attention in 2 days when we cross that ring on the F1 chart. I expect to get a major move. Depending on what I'm doing, I might take the time to do a live stream when we cross that ring. Art, I feel that way too. Eventually it will. Just pay attention, guys. It's a pivot ring. When price respecting a ring that well, when you cross it, you can get a big move. I'm just telling you, just pay attention. If we're under the red ring, which we're way under it now, we cross that, we can get a pretty big dump. And as I said before, you know, as long as we're below this G1 chart, as long as we're below this red ring, and I said once we break it, you know, that's bearish. We've come down. So as far as I'm concerned, this red ring is now resistance. We're underneath this orange ring, so I think we have more downside. The question is, do we hold support here? This could be potentially close to a double bottom. You know, if once we get above this orange ring, we get a little bit bullish for some upside. But I do think it's likely we have a little bit more downside. You've got the was it the monthly or the weekly bearish cross about to happen? The MACD is the MACD and the RSI just on the daily. I mean, we never even made it. These bars never even went green. It just stayed kind of light red. Looks like it could be angling down. It looked like we were about to get a cross down here, but now it's starting to angle down, and the RSI is topped out. So it looks like we might have some more downside. But the most important thing, guys, just pay attention. If we come down and we test 31,000, and again, it's different. The price varies a bit, but roughly 30,500 to 32,000. At any point near there, you buy and write it up. I am not given that price target. I will tell you this: it's anywhere between, let's say, 20K to 27K. That gives you a general idea. If you want to get access, sign up. This is the link right here. And if you guys are already signed up, then you know what that price is, because I got the price label down here, and I keep you updated on Twitter. Hold on. If you're not subscribed, this is the link. And remember, it's $39 a month, guys, to get access to Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, and Twitter. Stocks and tutorials are separate. Tutorials, I teach you how to create these charts, this method I came up with. So if you want to chart for yourself or understand how these charts work, you know, that's where you access that. But just if you just trade Bitcoins, altcoins, and you know you want to get updates from me, this is the one you want to go with. But let me give you some current support and resistance levels. I mean, again, this is a C1 chart. I have them labeled, so if I make a tweet, I say pay attention to C1 chart. See, we can see price on the right-hand side made intentional freebie. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, no big deal. But again, you have to understand these lines and rings are at angles. So when you see the price today at a certain price, it won't be that price, a few days out. So if you want to be able to catch it, pinpoint accurate, you need to have access to the charts. Michael, I don't know. Maybe. Again, I just go by the charts. Look, whatever the news is, whatever you think, it comes down to support. I have multiple charts saying that's strong support. I buy there. I hope it holds or write it up. If it breaks, I know where the next support level is. I don't care about the news, because a lot of it's probably just to trick people into buying in or selling. That's why I just don't listen to it. But you can go back, watch my previous live streams, watch my previous videos. I just showed you my previous live stream. I told you potentially we get topped out at 40K. I didn't know that we would get topped out. It just made sense we would get topped out. Most people thought, this was the pattern we were in right here. Looked like a parallel channel. So this was our support, resistance, support, resistance, support. Most people expect us to push up to this point here, right? To 41,343. Why didn't we push up to that point? Because we already knew where our resistance level was, right friggin' here at 40,000. That's the purpose of the charts. The Dow did push above the red ring, and it has done that in the past. I'm curious to see. We got a three day weekend, Memorial Day, so I think they wanted to push it up, get people bullish. So it's very possible come Tuesday, we'll have a correction. At least that's what I'm expecting. But hey, we'll see. Hi, Francisco. So let me load up, let me see, let me just go through a couple of these. Look, you do know that if we come down, we have been respecting this this support level here. This is around 33,500, and again, that's what I'm saying. When you see multiple charts, if right here, this is a support level as well. So take note, if we came down, I have 3 charts on 33,500 is the next support level. The F1 chart, this line right here. So if you're looking for a quick scalp trade, if we come down 33,465, that also matches this target here on this trend line and a ring around 33,000, and then this chart here. This also shows 33,000. So if you're looking for your next point to catch a bounce, 33,000 to 33,500, next point to catch a quick bounce. It might push all the way up to 36,000 before coming back down. But we do know that 31,000 to potentially 32,000 is going to be very strong support to catch a nice bounce. Once that breaks, then again, you want to load up the B1, the D1 chart, check out the next fib channel line below. That will be your next strongest support. So let me get these back. And I need to refresh this chart. Hold on, guys. I got to move this off the screen so you can't see it. Alright, the B1 chart has been updated, so just hit refresh, and I have this price target. So if you load it up, you'll see that price target down below that I'm looking at. If we break support at 31,940, you'll see that support level below where I'll be buying in. So I'll be buying around 31,000 to 32,000 to catch a bounce. If that breaks, you know where your support level is below. And I'll put this back on the screen. So again, this is my next buy-in if we break right here. Yeah, no problem. I don't know. Yeah, I heard about the Sinless package, and that's when is that supposed to be released? Sometime in late June. Yeah, I have a blue screen. I like blue. So give me a break. Give me a few, and what we'll do is we'll cover some of these altcoins. And do not forget the date. Let me give you that exact date. If we move sideways, you're waiting for your next major move, guys. We'll be on May 31st. May 31st, I expect to get a major move. So write that down on your calendar. Make sure you pay attention. Or if you have access to the charts, make sure you have the F1 chart up around May 31st. I think it's very possible to get a big move. Yeah, again, Matic, I don't have a chart for it, so I can't show you anything, but I will create a chart for Matic soon. Matic and Monero. And I'm going to update Bitcoin Cash, Link, Dogecoin. I think there might be one or two others. I do have a Discord. You have to be signed up to get access to the Discord. And you have to email me to get the invite link to the Discord. So if you sign up, shoot me an email through the contact page. I will verify you have an account. I'll send you the Discord invite link and instructions to follow me on Twitter. Damn, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Matic looks like. I assume Matic hasn't been around that long. So a lot of times what I'll do when I create a chart, I'll put it on the daily and the weekly. And the more I have, the more volatility, it's easier to chart because I have more data to go on. Some of these charts are newer, so I have to go to the smaller time frame, sometimes a 1 hour, 2 hour, so I can actually chart the volatility on the smaller time frame. I can still give you accurate targets, but I can't project that far ahead like I can with Bitcoin and let's say Ethereum and Litecoin and such. Yeah, when it gets to that point, guys, I'll make a tweet and say, look, guys, what charts do you want? The most requested charts are the ones I'll make. But I know Matic and Monero are one of the top ones. Well, again, I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna come back in, and we're gonna load up some of these altcoin charts, and then some of these I'll update the price labels. I agree, Musk is bad for crypto, but I think he's benefiting from it. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Let me leave these up. Let's see. And let me give you a resistance on the A1 chart. So look, you can see when we pushed up on the A1 chart, notice we got perfect rejection right here. So this is now your current resistance. So if we push up, this is where you're going to get rejected. Plus you have double resistance right here. Look, you got this resistance, this fib channel line here. We're respecting both of them. We got support, support, support. We broke it. So you have that trend line or fib channel line. Then you have this one that we've been respecting, which we got a perfect bounce right here. So if we come down, if we push up, you got two resistance levels. You got this one we got rejected, and you have this one. So if we push up, that you're going to get rejected around 37,227. And if you have multiple charts showing around that area, it's likely you get rejected there. Actually, I think that ring, look at that. So if we pushed up, you would hit this ring as resistance. If you pushed up, you would hit this fib channel line as resistance. So that's confluence. That means if you push up, you're looking for a point to short, you would short 37,276 to potentially 37,244. Well, again, it'll be interesting. I've made charts for newer coins. It is a little tricky, but I found a method to do that. So maybe that's something I should make a tutorial on to add to the tutorial section, showing you how to create charts for those that are newer coins. There is a way to do it. You just have to do it on the smaller time frame, because there is volatility when you zoom in. All right, well, I'll let you know on Twitter when Harmony's up, but you won't know unless you're subscribed, Michael. but that'll be a tweet. People have to let me know what coins they want. All right, so I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. We'll cover some altcoins, but I just want to make sure you have your most support, and your most. Look right here. You have double resistance, 38,963. So if we push up, that is definitely where you want to take your profit. You got a trend line we've been respecting. You've got this ring, which has been very strong support and resistance going back for years, and that also plays along with this chart here, the peak of the bull run G1 chart. So I don't think we're going higher than 39,000. I think we're going to get rejected by this ring and continue down if we don't just go ahead and just come down and test this point, and then we might push back up, test this resistance. And these are your closest support and resistance levels to pay attention to on this chart. So I'm going to take this off the screen, and I'll let these cycle through. And remember, this is a C1, this is the B1, this right here is F1. This is the one that has the pivot coming up on the 31st of May. This is the A1 chart. Remember, if you push up, you're looking for a great point to put in a short, 37,276. But ultimately, I do think we are headed to around 31,000, 32,000. This is the D1 chart. Again, these targets match. We see these arrows down below. And this is the peak of the bull run chart. So these macro targets upside and downside. I'll be back, and then we'll cover some altcoins. All right, guys, let's cover a couple of these altcoins. Maybe I'll update a few of these on the fly. All right, hold on. All right, let's check out. Let's see here. Let's check out Ethereum. Let's see what Ethereum's doing. All right, so you can see this line right here ended up being resistance for Ethereum. So this is your current resistance to watch. This is also going to be resistance. And notice, I don't remember if you remember that last live stream. If you guys remember, I was talking about this ring right here. I said if we came down, the point you want to buy is when you make contact with the ring. Notice we made contact right here. We came up as resistance. So again, if you played that trade when you made contact with that ring, that was a little over 10%. It was resistance, 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 resistance. So when you come down, where do you find support? Right on this ring. So if you come down, your next support level to watch for Ethereum, if you want to play a long, would be right here. This is your next strongest support for Ethereum. Right here around $2,302. Your next strongest support below that, you know, if we bounce down this ring, that has happened. You know, this is around 2,116. If we fall through 2,133, I'm gonna leave this out here. Your next support level below to watch, potentially 2,043. Very, very strong support down here at, and again, you see what I mean? If I give you a price target, if I gave you a price target on May 29th, or today, you know, your target would be 1,913. If it's out here, it's more like 1,950. But these are your points to watch, guys. If we come down to place some bounces, your resistance to watch currently is right here at 2,520 and right here at 2,583. Your strongest resistance, if we push up, is going to be, you have a few of them. So your current resistance right now, 2,526 to potentially short. If you get above that, 2,583. Very strong resistance, 2,767. Very, very strong resistance, 2,892. And then where we topped out is this line right here. That would be around 2,974. If we drop 2,300, if we continue to bounce down like this, you know, if we push up, get rejected, come back down, when you make contact with this ring, you'd want to buy. As soon as you break this ring, we can come down much lower. And let me update this chart and save it for you guys to have access. Alright, that has been updated. Let's check out Litecoin. Alright, so your current resistance right now for Litecoin to watch to potentially put in a short is $179. Your current resistance above is right here, $199. Your next strongest resistance, very strong resistance, 215. And you have this is going to be your strongest resistance level right here. You have two fib channel lines. You've got one in this direction and one in this direction. So if you push up to, let's say, 231 to 233, that'd be a point you'd want to get out, take your profit. And again, I would be short as long as we're below 179. You get above that hold support, you'd long to 200. Your next strongest support level below is going to be right here at around $155. Next support level below that is going to be right here around 149. And if we, guys, we bottomed perfectly on this fib channel line. So we know for a fact that if we get a hell of a drop for Litecoin, the point you want to buy in is going to be right down here around $113, out here potentially 112. Alright, that's been updated. Just hit refresh. BNB, you got it. Let's see. Alright. So if you'll notice, I notice these lines I have right here. Notice this line stops right here. If we pull this out, you can see this is our resistance. We pushed up, it was resistance, we got above it a bit, came back down, and you notice this line right here, this was our support, and we're still respecting it as support. So let me give you support resistance levels to pay attention to for BNB. Currently we're bouncing between, right here, $339 is your next resistance. Your current support is 321. If you break 321, your next support level to watch, 278. If that breaks, your next support level is 238. And this is the one we bottomed on, just like I was showing you with Litecoin. We bottomed right here. So this is going to be your strongest support for BNB. So if we get one hell of a drop, remember if Bitcoin's coming down, altcoins will come down as well. You don't have to hit likes, guys. If you want to support me and help out the channel, hit the like button. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm just giving you price targets to BNB right now. Look, if we break 321, it's very likely. You can see we got support here. We did wick below it. Perfect support here twice. We did get resistance. So this is going to be very strong support, catch a nice bounce. Now it's possible it could come down, test this, push back up, get rejected at 319. But again, buy support. If it breaks, get out, buy next support, and ride it back up. Eventually one of these will hold and you'll be profitable in your trade. This will be your strongest support for BNB if we drop down to 214. Yeah, like Seti said, try it out for 1 month, and if you find that these charts are profitable and help you in your trades, then keep at it. And next time I have a lifetime special, you can get access to stocks and tutorials, and you never have to pay again. But at least write these down. If you're not subscribed and you're skeptical, which you should be skeptical about everything, but write them down. And if what I'm telling you right now, if we break $320 with BNB and we come down and we hold support and bounce from 277, you know it works. And I'm telling you, they work. The way I set these charts up, these are basically fib retracements at an angle. They're called fib channels. If we push up though, let's say you break above $339, your next resistance to watch is right here. Again, these are multiple fib channel lines, different directions. So your next resistance to watch above is 356, and then your strongest resistance, very strong resistance, you can see here. This was resistance, resistance, support, resistance, 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 resistance. So if you push up, you'd want to take your profit right here, $385. And notice this yellow ring right here was a pivot. As soon as we crossed it, we came down, started bouncing off of it, and started coming down. Same thing, guys. Just like I said on the F1 chart, pay attention when we cross that ring. This is way out here. This is June. This is like June 2nd, potentially. Well, that's pretty much June 2nd. So when we get out here and you make contact with this ring right here, this could be a point you could get a big move. Again, rings help you find tops and bottoms, but also predict moves. Please, I think you're saying confirm. Please confirm me Bitcoin will go up or down future day. If it goes up, I can tell you where it might get rejected. If it drops, I can tell you we can find support. I can't tell you if it's going to go up or down. There's no way to know that. Thank you, John. But this chart, let me hit update. Let me get rid of these little circles. So you got your price targets for BNB. And guys, remember, if you have access to the charts, if ever, let's say I'm busy and I try to come in here and update. I do it for Bitcoin on a daily basis, but if I'm not paying attention to these altcoin charts, and let's say that the price label's here and it's covering up price, you can right click and you can hit hide and remove the price label so it's not in the way. Alright, that chart has been updated. And again, if you want the link, guys, to sign up, this is the link. Oh yeah, ADA. Let's do ADA. All right. You can see now I added this. If you go back and watch the last live stream, I didn't take the time to put in a fib channel, but you know what? Let's do that right now. So I added, let's move these out. You can see price respecting these fib channel lines. Your next fib channel line below is right here. So what I did was, when I create these charts, so you can see that price is respecting these fib channel lines, but notice this is an upward angle, right? So what I did was is rather than add a fib channel line, just quick and dirty, I added this yellow trend line here. And the reason I did that was because we saw price was respecting it. And we saw price would come down, it would stop, come down, find support, find support. So you draw a trend line, and doing that, we were able to find our resistance right here. So let me add a fib channel line and see if we can match that. And this is kind of a window into what I teach you in my tutorials. And I need to find the direction. Let's see here. If I zoom out, these get a little crazy. I need to get rid of this fib channel, or this fib circle. I need to get in the habit of deleting all this stuff way back. If you have too much on the chart, trading view starts getting a little wonky. All right, let's see. And these will be respected as well. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. All right, so let me see if I can find that fib channel right there. And I'll show you how I do this, all right? I do suggest you watch my tutorials. At the very least, you'll understand why these charts work. And this is a little, sometimes when I do this, it's trial and error, but I'll show you kind of what I do and how I find it. So I'm going to pick a random line here. Usually I go from the 0.618, but we're going to start right here, and I'm going to pull this down. And you want to get at least 2 points to match. If you don't get 2 points to match, then you're not. All right, hold on. Alright, so if you'll notice when I do this, let me try a different one here, hold on. Alright, you notice when I'm matching this up right here, so I started right here. So I started my fib channel line right here. So it matches this top line right here. And you notice when I pull it down, now I bet you it's matching one down below. All right, so we got two perfect matches right here. We got a match here, right? This green and this blue, and then we're matching this one right here, this blue and this blue, right? So we started up here, and I'm pulling this up just like this. So you get a perfect match between those two fib channel lines. And this is the trick. When you create the scaffolding, first when you create the chart, you have to create your first fib channel that you know price is respecting. Once you find the direction price is following, and you set it up, then you add your other fib channels. So now we have a fib channel that price is respecting, and we know this because when you created a fib channel from this point, you have two matching points from a previous fib channel that matches, right? So now look what happened. So this line that I drew here, right? This line that I drew just because that was a price that we were respecting, that is how you get these targets. That's how we know. And this, if I would have done this ahead of time, you know, just using the fib channels the fib channels before, that's how we know that every time we come down, this is your support, right? And becomes resistance. That is why these charts are so accurate, so you can find tops and bottoms. That means when price is pushing up to a new all-time high that we've never tested before, that's how I know potentially, hey, when you hit this point right here, this is the point you take your profit. You know, we got a perfect resistance, and we came down from this point, $1.83. So I could add another fib channel, and again, it depends on how detailed you want to get. I could go crazy and have lines, a bunch of lines on here, so you could do scalp trading. But according to this chart, your strongest support level below on Cardano is right down here around $1.39. And then right here, your next support level below will be here, and you have a fib channel line in this direction as well. So your current resistance above to watch is right here, $1.59. If we drop, your next support is going to be down here at $1.39, $1.30, and $1.26. And then every single one of these fib channel lines below. And then pay attention to this, as I told you before, like I was showing you that previous chart. Notice this blue ring right here. Notice when we pushed above it, we came down, we found support. We did come back below it, but we found perfect support. So while we did find support on these fib channel lines, the rings kind of tell you when you'll make contact with the fib channel line. So rings give you an idea when you'll actually come down and make contact with support. Let me get rid of this. So your next strongest, let me give you resistance levels to watch above. So your strongest resistance up above is right here. And I pull these out a little further, guys, so as price moves along, you won't cover it up. But right above $1, if you want a chance to short, if you get up to $1.58, you want a chance to short. Your next resistance to watch, $1.77. And then right here, very strong support, $1.94. And then again, your strongest resistance above would be around, let's say, $2.46. All right, does that help you guys with BNB? You know, some people say we're not in a bear market. Some people say that, this could push right back up. And maybe that's the case. We've already dropped 50%. Previous bear markets, we dropped, what, 80 or a little bit, like 80%? So if we come down another 30%, well, 20-some percent, 30%, then yeah, maybe this was the bear market, and then we push back up. But again, I'm telling you, watch 30,500 to potentially 32,000 to catch a nice bounce. Maybe that's the bottom. Maybe from that point we push up. So maybe at that point you buy, you set a stop, and you stay in. Me, personally, when we push up and hit resistance, I'm going to take my profit. Even if it goes up higher, I'll wait till it comes back down, find support, buy back again. Because I don't want to take a chance that it rides up and then, you know, I miss out on that profit I could have made. If you're not making profit, you know, you're just risking, you know, coming right back down. Everybody that bought in and rode it up to 65K, they thought it was going to go higher and higher. You know, the chart told me 65K was the top. So, you know, I take my profit where I think the top is. Maybe I'm wrong, but the chart showed it, and it played out that way. Ever since we hit 65K, we came down from that point. And that's why I said potentially 30K was your buy-in point. That played out perfectly. So this is Cardano. It has been updated. Just refresh the chart. So again, just to recap, C1 chart, your support 33,000. And again, remember what I said. I have multiple charts showing. Let me take this off. So I have multiple charts showing. This chart here, 33,122. This chart, 33,446. So I have two charts showing me that 33,000 is your next point to catch a bounce. If that breaks, you're going to have a lot of support around 30,500 to 32,000. If that breaks, guys, then you want to load up the other charts, specifically the D1 chart and the B1 chart. Again, just like I said, we bottomed perfectly right here. I did that live stream. If you remember that, I said buy at 30K. We pushed up. So again, you want to watch and see if this holds. 31,000. This is 32,000 right here. 31,915. 30,500. That is the next point you want to catch a bounce. If that breaks, though, guys, load up the B1 chart, the D1 chart. This is the point you want to buy in. Wherever you make contact, that's where I'll go in. Any questions? Yes, I don't have Matic. What I'm going to do is update the current charts I told you I was going to update. Link, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, a couple others. All the other charts are pretty much up to date. And then I will create Matic and Monero. A lot of people requested that. And then what I'll do is make a tweet and we'll make some new charts. I just did BNB, just Toy Wolf. I have this set up where you can rewind the stream back. The last chart I did was BNB. Just rewind it back a bit. Thank you, Jeff. Always great stuff, Steve. Just curious, what's the minimum amount of time needed a week to make decent use of your charts? It depends. It depends on how you trade. If you watch the last live stream, I said when you push up, I said 40K would be potentially. And again, I don't say when you hit this point sell. I don't say when you hit this. Well, I'm telling you, when you hit around 31,000, 30,500, 32,000, I'm saying I'll be buying there. If we break that, the next support level, I'll be buying where these rings are, or these little circles here, the arrows, right down here. But had you played what I said, when you hit, if you short, you should have shorted 40K. And had you done that with leverage, you did pretty well. If you were already in and you rode it up to 40K and you took your profit, well, now you can buy how much cheaper? Since we topped out here, we came down a total of 14.5%. So, yeah, you could have bought back your Bitcoin 14% cheaper. So I guess that would have been profitable depending on how you played it. And you can see we're bouncing right down this trend line on the B1 chart. I mean, we're just moving right down it. So either we're going to break it and come down and test this support and push up, or we'll just continue bouncing down until we come down and test this target. I think that's where we're headed right now. Why is Bitcoin going to 50K? And Normalia Knock, how much have you lost so far? If you don't mind my asking. How much are you down? $1 out of 15 cents. I made back the lifetime subscription on my first trade. Charts are worth it, guys. Steve should be raising the price. Thank you, ma'am. What I have been following is Elon Musk Starlink satellite test called Project Odin. It will give us free internet. It's not going to be free. You got to pay for that, JC. What are you smoking? He's not doing that to give everybody free internet. You got to pay for that. You're asking which coin to buy and you have $48? I don't know. Buy the newest crap coin you can find at the lowest price and hope it pumps. But I think I covered everything, guys. I mean, I told you what I'm expecting. And I gave you price targets upside and the downside, and I told you where I think we're headed. And if we break, 30,500, and again, I showed you why this is an important support level here. The G1 chart. Notice this line right here. We got close to bottoming at it. This is a very important trend line. This goes way back. We'll just follow this line back. Notice right here, and again, that's what I'm saying. This is a trend line price is respecting. This was resistance. Back here it was support. And this trend line goes all the way back to the beginning of Bitcoin. Notice it was support right here. Notice it was resistance right here. Let's go back further. Notice right here, it was support. Right here it was resistance. And what I say is the more times a line was tested, the further back, look at that, perfect resistance. And you got all this, you got support and resistance. The further back it goes, the more times it was tested, the more likely, and I'd have to extend it back, but what I'm saying is we know that this is a very important support and resistance level. So if you come down, it's likely that will hold as support. Well, I went way the hell back here. So you see what I'm saying, right? We know, going back, looking at price, we know how important this trend line is right here. That's why I'm saying, if we come down, I will buy here because I know through the history, the data going back, this is a strong support level. I have multiple charts showing this is also support. Every chart I created a different ways. For some reason, there's a lot of confluence around 30,500 to 32,000. So this is a point you potentially catch a bounce. You might push up, but watch this ring. You could get rejected, come right back down. As long as we're before this orange ring, I expect much more downside. At any point, though, if we come down and we hold support, let's say 30,700, we push up, get rejected, come back down. When we break above this, while we're still above this trend line, then we can start pushing back up. Maybe we found a bottom. But again, that's what I'm saying. I go and look at all the charts. I look for confluence, and that tells me, hey, this is a point I feel comfortable buying because it's such strong support, and multiple charts show it strong support. But then again, if this breaks, and then we break the support level I have below on the D1 chart and the B1 chart, your next strongest support level on this chart, guys, is this next fib channel line below that has also been respected. This blue line right here, support, 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 resistance, resistance, and this goes back to the beginning of Bitcoin as well. Perfect support. I mean, look at all this support right here. Support, 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 support. So same thing, I can go all the way back to the beginning. So if it comes down, if we break this, right, if we stay before this orange ring, and this is my indicator, this is how I know. This is how I know when to get bullish. When you break above this, then you know that you can probably come back up and test this resistance, right? But as long as we're before this orange ring and we break below this key support, your next macro support level to the downside that also matches a fib circle on the E1 chart. I mean, this is your downside target right here, and that's way the hell down there. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can't tell you the future. I can just tell you if you break a certain point, if you're before a certain ring, a likely target to hit, it's already mapped out for you. I took the time to find those support and resistance levels, so you know if we drop, this is likely a point to catch a bounce. If we push up, this is likely a point to get out. The last live stream, it was likely 40K was resistance. It could have broken above it. It didn't. It held and we dropped. And I said that potentially we were in a head and shoulders pattern on this chart here. And people said, I think someone said in that live stream, they said, that doesn't look like a head and shoulders, because they said the left shoulder was too high right here. And I said, well, you know, it doesn't matter. The head was still above, right? And this was a right shoulder. You know, if this would have pushed up to here, it would have been invalidated. But it did play out as a head and shoulders. This is our left shoulder. This is our head. This is our right shoulder. This was our neckline. We broke down and we came down and found support right here. And someone had said, or some people were talking about an inverse head and shoulders, and that inverse head and shoulders was busted because, look, this was, at the time, I think it was this. This was our left shoulder here. This was our head. This was our right shoulder right here. And people were saying it's not invalidated. Well, once you got rejected here, it was invalidated. Because if you have an inverse head and shoulders, you got your shoulder, your head, your shoulder. We should have continued to push up at least to this target up here around 46,000. That would have been your target had we pushed up. But since we got rejected, you know, the inverse head and shoulders was negated. And then we were forming a head and shoulders, and that played out. I have not loaded the gold chart up in forever. The gold chart is there. You're welcome to load it up. I had the most important support and resistance levels there. When I go and update the charts, I will go through each and every one of the charts and make sure they're all updated. But I'm not going to cover gold in this one. I just want to give you a quick recap, give you some price targets to pay attention to for Bitcoin. We covered Ethereum, Litecoin, BNB, Cardano. So if you missed that, just rewind the stream back. I will try to do a live stream or a quick video during the week, but I have a lot of stuff to do that I need to knock out. But again, I just want to keep you updated, let you know, pay attention. There's a lot of confluence around your first target, 33,500 area. Your next strongest support is around 30,500 to potentially 32,000. If that breaks, guys, your next targets I have below, they're mapped out, and I will keep you guys updated on Twitter and Discord. And again, if you do want to access these charts, guys, you want to try it out for just 1 month, check it out, subscribe. You can cancel anytime. If you are subscribed, as soon as you subscribe, you can cancel. You need to cancel through PayPal though, not through my website. I have directions to cancel at the bottom of the website. On the bottom right, it says cancel subscription. So if you sign up and then you immediately cancel, you'll still have access to the charts. But when your month is up, you won't get access unless you resubscribe. When Facecam, I don't know. I've been considering that. I might I might do what everybody else does. I might eventually do that, maybe a month from now or something. I'll get a camera and hook it up. For some reason, everybody wants that. I don't know why, but yeah, I guess I will do the Memorial Day lifetime special. Why not? And I'll tell you what, though, if you do sign up, let's say if you want access to the charts now, because it looks like we might have some big moves soon. So if you do sign up for monthly and you have a current subscription, I'll prorate it. So if you have 2 weeks left and you go with lifetime, I'll knock $20 off of that lifetime. If you have, if you just signed up and you have 4 weeks left, then I'll knock $40 off the lifetime. But lifetime is $2.99. You get access to everything. That would be stocks, all the altcoins, bitcoins, precious metals, Discord, Twitter, and tutorials. One-time payment, never pay again. And you can pay with crypto. But yeah, that will be, and that's if I have time. I assume I will, since it'll be a holiday. But I accepted a project from a client, which I shouldn't have, but cat cam. All right, so I'll get 2 cameras. I'll have one on the cat and one on me. Uh, Iron Light Healing Lion. No, I cannot see your messages. I don't know why. Try again. Let me see if I can see your message. But remember, just on this chart alone, you can see we're respecting this trend line right here. Where's my price label? So, you know, right here is our support. If this support breaks, 34,111, then we come it down to 33,465, and then potentially 31,600. Yeah, Raul, yes, Matic and Monero. As soon as I update the current charts, I will create those charts. And I'll make a post. Whenever I make a new chart, I make a post on Twitter and say, hey guys, new chart's up on the website. I show a screenshot of it. And I'll publish it so we can later go back and see how it played out. Any chance of 50K before 29.19K? Look, it's Bitcoin. Anything's possible. Look, if a whale decides to push it up, it'll push up. I just show you if it does push up, where it can push up too. And that's what I'm showing you. Look, if this is what you pay attention to, all right? The G1 chart right here, if we hold support at 30,700, we break above this orange ring, you know, it's very possible that we do push up. I think that your next major resistance, just going by, if you remember when I was talking about this head and shoulders way before, I said this was our left shoulder, this was our head. I think we were right here at the time, and I said, look, this is a head and shoulders playing out, and it played out that way. This is our neckline right here. And I said, when we came down, your target was this red ring, and that's where we held until we just broke it just recently. So if we push up, your resistance, if your resistance currently is this red ring, and this is roughly around 39,758. But if you push up, guys, you need to. That's why the first tutorial I teach you is about trend lines. Even if you don't want to make charts the way I do, you need to understand how powerful trend lines are. Because once you have a trend line set, that's how I was able to. I made this trend line here. Just went from. Let me get rid of this head and shoulders. So what I did was, when we were in this head and shoulders, right, I knew that we were testing this support right here. This was support, 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 support. So all I did was I just created a trend line and just pulled it down. So every time we hit support, and it just so happened when we came down, we found support twice, and then we broke it. That's when we had our major drop. So I did the same thing here, just like I did above. I noticed that just like here, just like we're finding support here on this orange one, right? Support. Same thing here. We were finding support, support, support. So I took this and made a trend line right here. And notice what happened. When we came down, there was a lot of confluence here. You have this red ring. Let me get rid of this. Not only did you have where I said our target was this red ring, you also have this trend line I added, and then you have this white fib circle right here. So you had 3 points of confluence for a point to potentially buy in for a target. So again, that's why I say, you know, use trend lines. They will help save you money and potentially give you points to buy in and sell. Once you understand trend lines, then you pretty much have the basis to create these charts. And you can just trade off of trend lines alone. That's the most important tool you'll ever learn, is trend lines. Alright guys, that's it for today's stream. Until the next one, trade safe, trade smart, and I will keep you guys updated on Twitter and in Discord. And again, if you want to access the charts, guys, here is the link. And if you are subscribed, or if you do subscribe, make sure that you contact me so I can give you the Discord invite link and let you follow me on Twitter, guys. That's it. I'm out. Time for some